Hola, ¿cómo está? How's that? Huh? All right. This is just a short video to say hello and let you know about a brand of ramen I tried today. Um, I could have gotten just the normal stuff I get, but I saw this week after week and I said, you know what? I'll give it a go, see what it's like. Well, Shin Ramen. It is hot. So if you like, I mean, it's not like totally destroy your mouth kind of hot, but it's hot enough where if you let the um, seasoning hit the back of your throat, oh my gosh, you'll be coughing. Um, when I ate it, I was sweating, I had the sweat, um, mustache thing, and yeah, so it was interesting. Flavor was pretty good. It does have like a packet that has mushrooms. Toss that; it's no good. I took all of them out except for one because I don't like mushrooms anyway. But that one I left in there, it was kind of rubbery, so it's like not worth it. Everything else, there's three packets, and one's seasoning, one is the heat, and the last is the mushrooms. Throw out the mushrooms. The other two are good. Not bad. I'd give it maybe a 6 or 7 of a 10 scale. Yeah, but like to, if you can't handle hot sauce kind of thing, this is for you because you can have fun with it. Hot enough to feel, but not too hot where it's going to hurt you. All right, that's it for today. Bye. Grab your favorite beverage and get yourself comfortable. It's Webby's Story Time. Welcome to Webby's Story Time. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a sign that was suspended in the workplace that I once occupied, well, twice occupied. Anyway, let me ask you a question. Do you have anything in your life that represents a significant part of who you are? Or maybe something that influenced your values or your character? I have a few. Today I want to share with you one of those, which is a sign that was hung in the workplace. To do this, I need to give you the foundation, the background on this. So I have to take I actually have to take you back in time to a world with a young 19-year-old Webby. Back in 1980, at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, I went through boot camp. After which I went to Pensacola, Florida, for tech school at Corey Station. And after months of schooling, my family and I was now 20, and my family and I were sent overseas to northern Japan, to Misawa Air Base, where I worked on what we called affectionately the Hill. And all the work was done within a skiff. And a skiff is an acronym standing for a secure classified information facility. What that is essentially a building or structure that is tempest proof, which means no electronics signals leak in or out of the facility. Anyway, it was in this place way back then that my career took a change for the better. I went from being a collection operator to being a signals analyst. And with this change in career field, I was also transferred to another section called Block 5. And I have to say that was a good move. I really liked just the way it looked and the sounds. This entire skiff, the operating floor was fairly dark. And Block 5 had just bays and bays of electronic equipment, the lights flashing and so on, and it was nice. Anyway, back in the day, it's changed since then. But the whole point of bringing this up, it was at this first duty station where in Block 5 we had a sign that hung from the ceiling, and it looked a lot like this one over here. But this sign, it wasn't exactly like this. Keep that in mind. This is my recreation of it. Um, it, if I remember right, it was hand painted. So, you know, there are things that are obviously different. This recreation has, you know, computer generated fonts and graphics and so on. But basically, it's the same thing. You had the world wearing these old, huge headsets, which were, you know, old school kind, right? Huge, humongous. I think a lot of it's coming back, but yeah. Anyway, and then above the world were the words, "In God we trust," and below it was, "All others we monitor." And it really spoke of our mindset that we trusted in God to help us to accomplish our mission, and we really didn't trust people, so we monitored everybody else, right? But it's not that everybody who worked in Block 5 were believers, because honestly, the minority of the people who worked there were believers. But it was a different time, and people had a healthy respect for God, and as did I, and any good endeavor to do something that was good, what tended to be looked at as a God thing. As a matter of fact, for most of the 1980s, I was not a believer.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't until November of 1989 that I believed and, you know, put my faith in Christ.
Boom shakalaka, this party's gonna rock.
The sign that hung from the ceiling, it captured the way we thought of things, and even though it's not worded in this way, it really showed the mentality we had to getting our mission done, where failure was not an option. And that stuck with me ever since. But we rarely ever saw the result of the work that we did. That was just the nature of my career field. And so like I said, it's very rare. I mean, extremely rare. As a matter of fact, in all my years in the Air Force, I have maybe less than 5 times I actually saw the result of my work. But I remember one night I was at home watching the news, and they started to report on something I was directly involved with, and the excitement just rose up in me. I jumped out of that easy chair, pointed at the TV, and said, "I did that!" Oh gosh. Even though they never mentioned our organization at all, but you know, when you're involved with something, you know what it's about, and knowing the backstory and everything else that wasn't reported, because honestly, the news agency didn't know everything about it. It just was an awesome feeling, and the excitement is there. And when you see it, good things accomplished, you say, wow, there's a sense of pride that rises up. So anyway, back to the whole point of this. That old sign, wow, it holds a lot of meaning for me, a lot of good and bad memories, as it does probably for everyone who worked in Block 5 in Misawa. But I often wondered, like, I know the physical Block 5 went away. First it was merged with some other section, and now I believe the entire building has been replaced, so it's gone. I often wonder what happened to that sign. Did somebody get to keep it? Did they take any pictures of it before it was discarded? You know, I searched online and couldn't find one. Or, you know, I don't know, I might never know. And that's all right. Because more important than the actual physical sign is that the memories are there, and the significance of what it represented is still there. So anyway, that's my story about a sign, and I wonder if you have anything in your life that maybe was like that, where it had a significant impact in your life and on your values and so on. But if so, you know, if you don't mind sharing it with me in the comments, I'd be interested to read about it. So anyway, that's all I got for this story today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one. Couldn't put my feet down for 5 seconds without the ants biting. These stupid colonies are eating it up. While there are still ants in the yard, the 2 anthills that I applied the remedy to are gone. Kapla!